You're watching Soulful Discussions. Ciao.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Great, thank you.
All right. How did our paths cross today? How did you and I just meet right now? Oh, wow.
So I've been practicing skating today,
got our skates on.
Venice Beach vibes, and saw you walking by and you happened to catch my attention.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What did I approach you about? What are we doing today?
You asked me if I would mind doing an interview for you about feet and reflexology and one other thing I forgot. Mental health, most important.
Absolutely. So, in terms of mental health, right, are there any topics that you kind of follow closely, pay attention to, you invest in?
Sure. So what I am is I'm actually a farmer. So I farm, I make high nutritious foods. So, and then also I have a company where we go to people's farms and we test their soil quality.
Okay.
So I really think a lot of our mental health comes from the quality of food that we get. Yeah. Right.
You are what you eat, right?
Right. You know, what you get in the store has a huge lack of nutrition from when it was first harvested. So I'm a huge promoter of eating locally, and that's my mental health advocation.
Okay, cool. What about reflexology? Are you familiar with it?
Oh yeah, totally. I know that there are parts of your body, like parts of your feet, or your tongue, like with Chinese medicine, that will tell you if it's sore in one spot, it's connected to another part of your body.
Your hands too.
Right.
There's also, talk to one woman, she has your ear, like they're able to like look at your ear and like tell different things about like how your health is and things like that. So,
oh yeah, I love talking to the ladies who are always like, oh, if you pinch here, pull here, you'll do this, you know. Okay.
Really dope. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit more about it, a little bit more in depth, like once we get there, and I want to get what your thoughts are once we get there, okay? Cool. Let's get into the questions now. What are your thoughts on how the world is like becoming more aware of like mental health and what we're trying to do about it?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think that's really apparent how important mental health is, more so now than any other time. You know, we're all disconnected from each other. We can't see each other's faces. You know, we're not really encouraged to talk to each other as strangers, you know. So I really think that, you know, that's what's going on right now, you know, with communication and connecting with our community.
Yeah, and people doing things like what you're saying, like with like the foods and stuff like that, like trying to promote like good health through that, like to affect your mind in a better way. Like, I love that.
Yeah, I want everybody to have a garden in their front or backyard, not grass.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be down for that.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about social media and how do you use social media?
Yeah, so I think social media can be a great tool for networking and connecting to people, especially if you're in your more rural area. And then I have social media, you know, I do the TikTok, I do the Insta or whatever. I have Facebook for the old people in my life, you know. But I always make sure it's intentional, you know. As long as you have intent with what you're doing, I think it's okay. But if you're just doing it to disassociate, then there's a deeper issue.
Absolutely. I love that. If there was one thing you could change about social media, what would it be?
I would get rid of fucking filters. 1,000%. That shit's creepy.
You're the second person that's like told me that, like, yeah, filters, like I need those going. Or at least you know what she said to me. She said that if you could put like kind of how the CDC warnings that they have to like say this is a filter so that people know, like especially like the youth.
Right.
It's a filter, it's not real. So like, you know, don't go around thinking this is what good looks like, right?
Right. I don't know how old you are, but in our generation, I'm assuming you're around my age. I'm 28.
Okay, I'm about 35.
Okay, yeah. And you know, before social media it was plastic surgery, you know.
Yeah.
And then now it's like so much more available to the youth and
it's so crazy. So let's get into these questions now. What are your thoughts about your own feet? How do you feel about your feet?
My feet, I don't know. You know, I always got teased like, you know, you have like Flintstone feet or whatever.
Oh, wow.
But you know, whatever. Just for my parents, you know.
But so do you like them? You don't like them? You're different? You know,
I'm kind of indifferent, you know. Like I guess I'm a weirdo because I don't like wearing sandals. I always have socks.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Like the reason why you feel that way, is it more because of your negative experiences? Like maybe if you have positive experiences?
Oh yeah, probably. Probably. You know, I think my parents' generation, they tease, you know, and then sometimes some of the things stick a little too hard.
Yeah, and it's like you need positive experiences like to push you past that so that you can look differently at it, right?
Right.
What have you ever been complimented on your feet before? You said you've been teased about it, but have you ever received any compliments?
Yeah, I think just because I'm like pretty fucking small.
Yeah, you're petite.
Yeah, I'm very petite. So like, oh, it's so cute. You're so little. You I'm like, okay, don't
So
worry.
how does it feel when you do get a compliment about that? Like, how does it make you feel?
It's okay. I'm like, fuck you, Dad. Okay.
Or do you feel differently, like in terms of compliments you get from men and women? Like, do you feel differently about it, or is it the same?
Sure. I think the bigger differential would be strangers,
Okay.
you know, of the different sexes versus people you know. Because if it's a dude or a chick and I know you, I'm just gonna be like,
Yeah.
cool, you know. But if it's a random dude or chick, they're like, damn, bro, your feet are cute, you know. Like, okay, thank you.
Got it. What are some things you do like to be complimented about?
I guess my smile. That's one of my favorites. Or no, actually, my favorite compliment ever in the whole world is you're so funny.
Yeah, I think, you know what, to me, humor and like those types of things, I think it's really rare. Yeah. When you find somebody you kind of click with, and it's just like allows the time to pass by like really fast, right?
Yeah, we need more of that right now. Laughing is medicine.
It is so much. Let's get into these questions now. What's something that would be a deal breaker for you in a relationship? Like if you were dating somebody or a potential partner, what would be like something you're like?
Probably smoking cigarettes because like things are, you know, cutting your life expectancy, bro.
Yeah, it's like, I want you here for a long time, but okay, you're gonna do that, so.
Yeah, I guess also just being rude. Like manners are everything to me.
Especially like the customer service, like you are not like absolutely can't be that way.
Definitely, or even strangers. I love saying hi to strangers. I'm like, hi, you have a beautiful smile.
You were very like polite. Like when I walked up, you had a very welcoming like personality. In terms of, like, it was like very polite.
I love it. I think people should do it more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So how?
Pardon? I used to get, when I was in the restaurant industry, I would get a manicure pedicure every 2 weeks. But now that I'm in a different industry, I'm in the farming industry where I work with my hands.
You're like grinding.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever. I don't really care. So I like never get pedicures.
Really? Yeah. Okay. Do you have any, like, when you do go, do you have any colors you like to do?
Like pinks and nudes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Have you ever heard of a medical pedicure?
No.
Alright, so like medical pedicures, when you go to like podiatrist, specialist of the foot, they'll take a look at your feet, like will look at your toenails, make sure they grow correctly, going the right way, your toe alignment, they check for like dead skin, fungus, and they do all the work there with medical grade equipment. What are your thoughts on like seeing somebody like that?
I mean, it's probably a thing for a reason, so.
Yeah, there it is. How do you wear open-toe shoes, sandals, flip-flops? You kind of alluded to it a little bit.
Yeah, I don't really wear sandals. Well, also because like in science class we took the sample, you know, of girls that would wear sandals, you know, and all the bacteria that I was exposed to, and so that really scarred me too. Not that I have a real issue, I'm not a weirdo, but you know, I will put socks on, you know, to go outside.
All right. How do you go barefoot? No.
Whenever I'm on like in the city, I would never.
Yeah.
But when I'm on
like
a farm every day, I'll go out barefoot.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
Do you feel a difference like between like when you're wearing shoes and then when you go barefoot and you're like walking around in grass? And
oh yeah, sure. I know that there's a real, you know, thing behind grounding.
Grounding and
yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
I think that's real. Yeah.
Absolutely. Cool. All right. So now, can we see what you feel like a post?
No, I have skates on. It would take
She's
20
got
minutes.
the skates on. She only take them
Yeah.
off. So no way we can get you to.
No.
Okay. So that's not happening. Now, is that because you're wearing skates? Like if you were wearing, it might be like.
I probably wouldn't do it anyways.
Really?
But I see what you're doing. But,
Yeah. Absolutely. So in terms of like, let me talk a little bit more about like mental health and like why I got into it. So during quarantine, I like learned about like process in terms of like dealing with like things that come at you like 100 miles per hour. Like you don't have time to think about it. And it was like very interesting to me because like I was always somebody who like overthought situations. So like, do I approach this person? Do I say something or do I do like it was always for me like literally like I got to think about it like man what's gonna happen? This might happen, that might happen, and by the time I make a decision, like the situation's already gone. So I learned about like being able to like regulate my emotions, being able to like ask myself like what's the worst that's gonna happen, and like in those situations like being able to like proceed despite what I might think might happen, like try to like foresee a positive outcome from it.
Yeah.
What are some things that you do like when like you're presented with situations that like come at you that are like 100 miles per hour?
Like where you're put in a situation between fight or flight.
Yeah,
like,
well, not even necessarily like it's because it has nothing to do with like
life
threatening.
No, of
We're
course.
just talking about just like situations that may come up.
Oh yeah, totally. Like social anxiety or whatever. I know that like I talk a lot, but then when I am smoking, I feel that a lot.
Okay.
You know, like do I want to say this? Do I not want to say this? You know, like, and then by the time I go, like it's already 10 conversations past it. I think that we're our own worst enemies. You know, like our own worst critics in our heads. So we always like do that. But then I agree that I also tell myself like, what's the worst thing that could happen in this situation? You know, like nothing.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm gonna go to jail or they're gonna kill me. Or, yeah, you know, and those are the worst things.
Absolutely.
You know, yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about reflexology and then wrap it up.
Okay.
So reflexology, like you kind of alluded to, deals with different pressure points in the hands, feet. These are pressure points that can be set the tone. All connected by, right? So they have these areas like mapped out, like they're called zones, right? And so through massage, acupuncture, acupressure, you can actually like alleviate stress and tension to various parts of your body. What are your thoughts about like approach and like what it can do for you from a more like holistic standpoint?
Yeah, totally. I believe that a lot more than just taking pain medicine if you're in pain, you know.
Yeah.
Like I took a sports med in high school and I interned, and I know that like they talked a lot of crap about chiropractic, you know, because it's like kind of a quick fix situation, but you should really add into that afterwards, working out that area so it doesn't slip back out.
Strengthen it.
Yeah, so I'm a big fan and promoter of natural things more so, you know, and then maybe that part, like maybe your body actually needs more nutrition from a certain thing than another, you know, like maybe
you have
need
a
more
deficiency
calcium.
somewhere.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Right.
Okay, so let's wrap up the interview
Yeah.
now. In terms of my approach, coming up to you, asking you to do the interview, was it good? Was it bad? What were your thoughts about my approach?
Yeah, I thought it was so Venice Beach vibes. I thought it was really cool. I always think about doing that for people like that are working out or running with headphones on, just being like, hey, what are you listening to real quick, you know?
That's dope. You should think about that. Yeah. Especially with your skates, you can ride by. What are you listening to? Like,
because I'm always curious. I'm like, I wonder what they're listening to.
Yeah, and you know what? There's these memes. So I'm a huge anime fan. Like I love anime, and there's like this like different like memes that go around where they're talking about like you think somebody's listening to one thing, and then like they're actually like listening to something else. Like usually in those situations, it's somebody listening to anime music, but you think like they're listening to like hip hop or rock or whatever like that. So it's really dope. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Devilman Crybaby?
I haven't.
Oh, dude, it's a Netflix anime, which is but it's actually really.
Is it from
really,
Devil May
really
Cry, the
good.
video game?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it? Okay, because I
My
played the
brother
video game.
introduced it to me. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna check that out.
Anyways.
So, in terms of like the interview as a whole, from start to finish, did you see everything that was going in the line? Did it make sense to you? Did you learn anything new?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, did I learn anything new? I don't know. Maybe.
Medical pedicures?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. Medical pedicures, definitely. No, I think you're really approachable. It was fun talking to you. Good
Thank you so
job.
much. The last thing I'll ask from a mental health standpoint, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a life lesson you learned, some wise words somebody wants to impart to you, that you can say to my channel that might be helpful.
Yeah, definitely. I would say get out in the sunshine, drink water, care more about where your food comes from, learn about microbial life in the soil.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Thank you so much.
Thank
Definitely
you.
appreciate you stopping. Like I know you're on your skates.
Yeah.
Appreciate you stopping, and we hope that you have a great one. Okay.
Thanks.